Hey guys, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the 2016 sci-fi action thriller film, ARQ, spelled ARQ, a Netflix original film, ARQ. Written and directed by Tony Elliott, starring Robbie Amell, Rachel Taylor, Sean Benson. This film takes place post-apocalyptic Australia. It's filmed in Canada, post-apocalyptic world taking place in Australia. All of the oil resources have been dried up, so everyone's now trying to fight for energy, basically. Fight for food, fight for no toxic air. So you have this Hannah and Renton character. Hannah is Rochelle, I'm sorry. And then Robbie plays Renton. Renton is a former Taurus military engineer. Hannah was a former Taurus refugee. She was in a refugee camp for 5-6 months, and then she escaped and then joined the Block. So you have the Block versus Taurus, basically. Turns out Hannah is a secret operative for the Block, trying to get the ARQ away from Renton, but originally she just wants the scripts. And then it turns out she wants the ARQ for the Block. And then you also have these two mercs, Sonny and someone else, working within the thing. So you have 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 characters in the entire movie. It takes place in a house that Renton and Hannah are in, trying to generate energy for the ARQ, the ARQ. But it turns out that the ARQ is actually time looping. So they'll wake up every morning at 6:16 and it'll reset at 9:25. But then there's interferences and then it'll reset at 8 something instead of 9:25. And it's this whole thing. But time looping is very mainstream now within media. Like we just had the what was the Happy Death Day to You that just came out like a week or two ago. So that's another time loopy thing. So this movie was in 2016. It was an indie film, premiered at a festival. Netflix bought it, and then there's been a lot of different time loop stuff ever since then, and I'm very happy to see that time looping has become mainstream media within storytelling, because it's fun to see. Of course they did time loop for Back to the Future 2. Everyone knows time looping for Back to the Future 2, right? But it kind of faded for a long time. You haven't really had any time loops for quite some time. And then you had with American Horror Story Season 8, Apocalypse, that was all time loop. That they changed the timeline. You had the X-Men movie series from Fox, changed the timeline, so it was a time loop. It's really cool seeing all these different time loops portrayed within these different franchises or films or different projects. So ARQ is a very nice hour and 20 minute long, very basic thriller that you're trying to follow as you go along with who is working with who against who and who has secrets to reveal and who's telling the truth and who's going to die and stuff like that. It's a nice little, I don't know if it's considered horror. Is it considered horror? There's a lot of stabbing, there's a lot of shooting, there's a lot of blood. Yeah, we'll call it a sci-fi horror thriller. It was a good film. Did you guys see this film with Rochelle and with Robbie? Because Robbie is awesome. It's nice seeing Robbie play the high school. It's nice seeing Robbie play, a businessman. It's nice seeing Robbie play different characters, and to have Robbie play this military engineer, it works. He's a great, well-rounded actor, and I'm very excited to see what he does next. Mucho mahalo, guys.